Oh, yeah. Freak out, freak out. Yeah, I'm looking right into the video scope, And this is Macho Man, #1 Macho Man impersonator, past, present, future, yeah. And I'm here to tell you, you are watching 49er Minded with Bashar. Yeah, the cream of the crop. Dig it?
49er mind is
it's not just a thought process, but a way of life.
49er minded, 49er minded,
can't shake it. It's 49er mind that I got. It's 49er shine that I got. My psyche's on another Frisco, Super Bowl. Don't sit slow, cause here we go with a super show. A red and gold session. I thought I read a gold obsession. With some well-controlled expressions. Let's talk about that win that we got. My fool should have been in the spot. That's how it's been in the spot. Let's roll that back. All that crack, all that straight fumble sack. Or just dial it on up if you wanna talk smack. It don't matter what the story line. As long as the story aligns with a 49er mind.
49er minded.
It's not just a thought process,
49er minded,
but a way of life. Bashar.
49er minded.
Way of life.
49er minded.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of 49er Minded, where we get into the minds of 49er fans. I know there's been people in the chat waiting patiently, so I got to say what's up to them. Appreciate you guys. We got Izzy, Melissa from over in New Jersey, out of all places, says, what's up, Bash? We got Kenny. Kenny says it's not just a thought process, it's a way of life. What up, Nate Dogs? Welcome to the channel. If you're a new subscriber, thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. It says, let's go Niners. And let me bring on my guest who's waiting patiently in the background. We had some audio issues that we had to fix, so that was what the holdup, but we got it right. And here he is. What up, Rod Callie? How you doing, man?
What's going on, Bashar? What's going on, boss? How you doing, man?
Doing great, man. We collabed once on Gina, the Rep in the Base channel.
Absolutely.
And, I had Gina on before, and I told you while we were doing that collab for the Saints game that I had to have you on. And here we are, man, right in the thick of the playoffs, right in the thick.
You know it.
A night before the playoffs, wild card against Seattle. How you feeling, man?
Good. Feeling confident. I feel like how our team should be feeling right now. I'm feeling like, this is a good year. This is a good year, and I'm feeling good. Feeling very confident. I'm liking our first team, our first opponents. Good luck.
I 100% agree with you. Good luck is the best thing to tell them. So before we get into the playoff of 49ers Seattle Seahawks preview, which is, we've done a few of them on my channel, but it's always better to hear somebody else's point of view. And when it's the playoffs, you got to do more than one show, just how it plays out. G-Rod is here. What's up? Says, what's up, guys? How's it going, bro? Yeah.
What's going
on? So it's basically do or die. Winner, loser goes home. Winner plays one more week, if not more weeks. And Kenny says, what's up, Faithfuls? Let me ask you this, because I've never had you on my show before. So before we get into the Seahawks preview, and we're going to preview some, and then we're going to actually, as long as we get enough callers, enough people in the chat willing to call, we'll definitely take some calls. It just depends. Like the call-in show, it's very hit or miss, but I've had it happen before where it works. And I'm assuming on playoff night where we're most hyped up, I'm like super hyped up right now. You don't even know, man.
Come on, man. People can't sleep. Look, I'm on the West Coast. I'm on the East Coast right now. It's 11:36 right now where I am. When you asked me, I was like, absolutely. I was just making sure that I wasn't late. You know what I'm saying, to get on, because I was like, I hope I didn't miss it. If he was talking about 8:30,
that's why you asked me. Is it PS? I was like, why is he asking me if it's PST or Eastern time? I thought you were on the West Coast the whole time. That's why.
Nah, man. I'm over here on the East, man. I'm here in Atlanta. So, I'm loving it out here, man. But hey, trust me, you hit me up anytime. You see how I am.
Okay. Well, your name says Cali. It says Cali. So you're obviously from California, right? Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay,
So let's do it this way. First name Rodney. Last name is Callahan. But I am from Cali. So I am born in California. Cali is my last, little mixture of the two. So I just ran with it, and it just kind of just matched me. And I'm like, you know what? Why not? I mean, the first 21 years of my life, I was living out there in California. Now my, remaining other 21 years of my life, I'm here in Atlanta. So, I'm loving it.
Awesome. Great. I really appreciate all the 49er fans who rep in other states out here. There's a pretty strong fan base in Atlanta as well.
Yep.
Del G's out there. I'm pretty sure you know who Del G is, right? I've had him on the show.
Yeah.
Good guy. Really good friend of mine that I grew up with. Johannes is here. He's a friend of mine that grew up in the Bay Area and over in Las Vegas, repping the Niners there. So he's probably talking a lot of smack to the Raider fans and be talking a lot of smack to a lot of Niner haters out there. But there's some Niner fans out there, that's for sure. Absolutely. We got 49ers throwback here. And Melissa says, "Oh yeah, you're a USC fan, so she's got she says thoughts on USC Tongan Tiger making the All Pro team." Go ahead, go ahead and talk about that. About Talanoa making the All Pro.
Love it. I'm happy for him. Glad that he made it. You know how I feel about him making it, or whatever the case may be. I'm just, hey, he's another person. It's a tall order now, because now you're an All Pro, and now we're walking into these playoffs. So now you got to play as an All Pro. Those are huge, huge steps, huge shoes and everything. It wasn't like you was, missing out on the shoes that you were filling with Tart. I mean, we all know what happened with those years. But let's make sure that Hufanga's eyes aren't in the backfield, looking at quarterback's eyes, and hopefully he's studied up, ready to roll.
We need the first half of the season Hufanga is what we're basically saying here, because that's the All Pro Hufanga.
Absolutely.
That's the All Pro Hufanga. So we need him to start getting interceptions and doing all that crazy. At the line of scrimmage, he's excellent though. Yeah. Okay, so you said that you were born in California. I just want to we're gonna rewind, and this is the genesis of Rod Cali and how he became a 49er fan. Let everybody know how it all started with your 49er fan adventure.
Let me. This is gonna be funny to y'all. Okay, so I was born in 1980. I'm 42. So I am a old school. When the dynasty started was the year I was born, 1980. So first year, obviously born. I didn't really get into it until the year that I really understood football for real was when we played the Bengals the second time around. Boomer Esiason, Ickey Woods, and all those guys. We played against them. I think that was down in Miami, if I'm not mistaken. Could be wrong. But I remember that Super Bowl. Jerry Rice went off. Joe Cool was back there doing his thing, and he found a guy named John Taylor in the end zone, and the rest has been history. And I was solidified as a Niner fan right then and there as a young kid. Now, majority of my family are Raider fans. I have an uncle who is my actual uncle, mine, and everything. He's number 57. He wears the spikes in the crowd and everything. His name is Violator. That is actually my uncle. My dad
the famous Raider fan with the face paint and everything. Oh yeah. Wow, that guy's crazy, man. Actually, I admire that guy. As a fan, as a hardcore fan, I watch videos about him. That's your uncle. That's crazy, man.
Yes, that is my uncle. He used to do ceilings and everything. I can tell a lot of old stories that people don't know behind closed doors, but that is definitely my uncle, and you'll be definitely surprised. My dad is a diehard Raider fan as well. I'm the only one that decided to join the right ones, and
you
5 Super Bowls later. Exactly. 5 Super Bowls later, here we are.
There you go. Okay, so but did you grow up in Southern California or the Bay Area? Because you're a USC fan. I see that.
I was born in Oakland, and I moved away when I was about 4 down to Southern California, and I was pretty much raised in Pasadena. I went to a lot of USC games when I was a kid. I actually went there. Just saying, little there too.
Okay.
So I got ties there. Definitely still have family that go there, and that's where the ties really go through with that. But hey, now that's why all my teams are West Coast minded, except for Golden State. Sorry,
I'm a Warrior fan.
I'm a Laker fan. Exactly. That's the only one I follow. There's
plenty of Niner Laker fans out there, so I'm used to it.
Exactly.
I was gonna say though, the USC ties with the 49ers. You have, Ronnie Lott, of course. You have Tim McDonald. All of them are safeties for the most part. Talanoa Hufanga now. Well, we drafted Taylor Mays, but he didn't amount to shit. But I thought he was gonna be good. Yeah.
Right. We had players. We've had plenty of players that came through there, but now it's like, you know what? Let's get a different identity going through there now.
Oh yeah. So G Rodden's in the chat. He's saying that John Taylor lived right up the road for me for a while on a trucking company after his football years. Yeah, you mentioned that you're from Fresno, from the Central Valley, right? I know John Taylor lived out think in Fresno. I know definitely in the Central Valley. So that's cool. I never got to meet John Taylor. I know he's very mild mannered and humble and all that. Yeah. And Johanna says there's plenty, surprisingly, a lot of Niner fans in Vegas. Yeah. Yep. Mariah and TL, they do a YouTube channel. If you haven't checked them out, from the 49er Faithful League podcast, had both of them on my channel before. They have a great YouTube channel. They do a lot of giveaways actually in the chat, a lot of prize giveaways and all kinds of stuff. It's a lot of fun on their show, and they're based in Las Vegas. Oh, you definitely. I'll link you up to them if you in case you forget. You can subscribe to their channel. Yeah, definitely, man. And you know, it's so as far as being a 49er fan, do you remember what the first jersey you ever owned was, or first jersey you may have bought or given to as a child?
My first Niner jersey was a Rice jersey. That was my favorite Niner growing up. Obviously, when I was younger, obviously I used to get called Jerry Rice. Kind of lanky, kind of tall. Like
you're wearing his jersey right now.
No, this is Anquan. This is
it's Anquan. I didn't see that. Oh, okay. My bad.
No, you good. But he is definitely my favorite of all time. That was my first jersey. I got a Montana hanging up. I got a couple of jerseys. I got a Willis jersey as well. I have a Davis jersey. I don't have the Kittle one, so my 85 is different than the new 85. So I'm a little old school with it. But outside of that, hey, everything else, I'm trying to get new ones and everything. I just would like these players to stick around a little bit so I can solidify and get there.
Yeah, jersey. I'm always my anxiety kicks in when I want to buy a jersey. I'm like, is this player going to stick around?
Exactly.
Is he going to be here for the long haul? Or am I going to buy a jersey where this guy's gone after 2 years?
And I know that's the question that we got to look at, because I want to, an IU jersey, and I wanted it last year, but I'm like, will he be here after next year?
Well, we're gonna find out.
Question, right? So we'll deal with that when that comes along.
I think he sticks around. He went to Sierra. Okay, he was born in Rockland, which is really close to where I live. Actually, we had all 5 Super Bowl training camps at Sierra College in Rockland. The junior college he went to before Arizona State, was Sierra College. That's another, so he played there before he went to Arizona State. Now he's a Niner. There's a picture of him as a little kid wearing 49er stuff. I don't see how he leaves and goes somewhere else. I just don't. Yeah. Nate Dogs, what's up? Welcome to the channel. Good to have you here. He says, Eric Davis, Rice, Young, and Willis is mine. Okay, there you go. Those are your first jerseys. My first jersey was Garrison Hurst. I love Garrison Hurst. Big running backs fan.
Number
and
20.
I got a Frank Gore jersey, Patrick Willis. I got a Jimmy G jersey. I don't know, because Jimmy G fell out of favor with me. I'll be honest. I don't lie about that stuff. I keep it real when it comes to players I like or players that may have little issues with. And I know other people would like to do otherwise, but I know I like to be consistent. Appreciate everybody in the chat. We are going to open up the phone lines later. It's just my first time having them on, so we're definitely trying to understand what kind of 49er fan this guy is. And definitely a diehard, that's for sure. And ever been to any games at Candlestick? If so, do you remember your first game at Candlestick, or maybe a game at Levi's or anything like that?
Ooh, man. I was a kid, 6, I think. Who were they playing? I want to say it was like the Rams. And I know the Rams were trash back then. I know Flipper Anderson was there. Man, who else was there at that time? Eric Dickerson was part of that team.
Probably Henry Eller if Flipper Anderson was there.
But yeah, Everett. Yeah. Oh, I don't know if Jim Everett
played with Eric Dickerson.
He did, but I'm trying to think of the years that they played it with each other. I don't remember. I was a kid. I've only been at Candlestick. No, I've only been to one at Candlestick.
Did we win?
Yes.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, yes. I did.
How about Levi's? Did you ever check out Levi's at all?
I have not been to Levi's.
Okay. So you definitely got to do that. Did you go to any cool experience at any Niner away games, perhaps? Or
I've been to a couple of them here. I went to NFC Championship 2012. I was there. I was one. Almost got kicked out of the stadium and everything once we beat all the Falcon fans. I went with a bunch of my coworkers and stuff like that back then. Needless to say, they didn't want to see me the day after. A lot of people owed me, they ducked me and everything. But I definitely been in the new stadium here, Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Went to the recent game that it was here. Obviously, we took the L that game. Everybody was hurt on defense, but I've been to a couple of games. Been to a couple of them.
Cool. Have you ever had any chances to meet any 49er players? Any stories like that? Or
met Jerry Rice when I was a kid, surprisingly.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, surprisingly. Met him at a Sizzler. He was cool, spoke. I didn't have anything for him to sign. He didn't have anything, but he was cool. He talked with me for about 3 minutes, something like that. Went on about his business. Outside of that, nobody else that really has been, within my distance.
Hey, very few people can say they met Jerry Rice. That's the one player that I do really want to meet. Actually, if I could only pick one player, that's the player.
Yeah,
I mean and obviously that was before everybody had their cell phones with walking around with cameras in their pockets where you could take a picture. And
that wasn't even a thought back then. That was never even a thought. We're talking before the 90s even started, so that definitely wasn't even there. That wasn't hell. We didn't even have pagers back then yet. So, you know how that was.
Yeah, G Rod's in the chat. He says, "I have Rice and Young jerseys signed. Oh wow, custom frame after the last championship with the Chargers. Wow, that's nice, man. I remember that Super Bowl very well. You said you're 46. I'm 42 actually. You're 42. I'm 46. So I definitely remember all the Super Bowls that I watched. Unfortunately, early in life as a kid, I was watching cartoons and I had no idea what the 49ers NFL were. So I got into the game a little late.
Yeah,
but the last 3 Super Bowls I definitely watched attentively. I was glued to the TV when those Super Bowls were playing. Doubt. And Joey Mahoney's here. What's up, Joey? He says first jersey was Jerry Rice. First jersey was Jerry Rice, Steve Young, then Garrison Hurst. Okay, you have G Hurst as well. I had a G Hurst.
Yeah,
love Garrison Hurst, man. I think he was sucked that he got injured a lot during his career, but when he was playing, he was sick, man. So that's cool. But so you met Jerry Rice. I mean, you at least been to Candlestick. You've been to away games. I've never been to an away game. Love to do that. This is my little my little monkey wrench question that I throw in there. My little curveball question. And it's not football related, but it kind of is because, in my opinion, nothing goes together with football than pizza. So you could tell me what's your favorite style of pizza. You got New York style, deep dish, whatever it may be, and you can also tell me what your favorite pizza place is and our favorite toppings. It's all you, man.
Whoa! Now we're getting deep. Okay, so I've been around the United States. Obviously, I've tried deep. Tried New York style, but I would say there is a place, my personal opinion, it's called Slim and Huskies. It's in Tennessee. They're out of Nashville. Black-owned pizza place, and they do oven style type pizza. Phenomenal. That's all I gotta say. Phenomenal. That's. I'm thinking about it now. I want to go.
What toppings are you getting though? What are you getting when you order pizza?
I'm going cheese. Now I don't eat any pork, but I do like turkey. They have beef pepperoni there. They have turkey sausage. I got cheese, onions. I'm gonna do olives on it. I think I'm pretty good with that right there.
Okay, I was gonna say I know you're in the ATL. I've never been out there, but I cook up my own pizzas in the pizza oven. I've watched all kinds of documentaries on pizza, and I know in Atlanta area, I want your opinion on this.
Okay,
I've heard about a place called Mellow Mushroom because I know that guy that does those videos, One Bite, everybody knows the rules. If you ever seen in Barstool Sports, he has a video with Little John, and they're at Mellow Mushroom and they're trying it. I'm not sure if you tried it over in ATL or not, but it's a popular chain out there.
Yes, they're definitely popular. Good pizza, definitely good. But I can. There are pizza spots in New York I've been to that are destroying. Slim and Huskies. If you ever, there is a Slim and Huskies actually here, a couple of them here in Georgia. But as long as you ride up there to Tennessee and everything, absolutely, they have them all throughout Tennessee. Trust me, it's good. Slim and Huskies, straight out of Nashville. You won't be disappointed.
Okay, so that's good to know. So let's get started with this Seattle Seahawks 49ers rivalry. The wild card game is here. Brandon sets up Bash No Invite. Oh, I'm doing some call-ins later, so we're just gonna talk a little bit about the game, and we're gonna have some people hop on, and it's first come first serve with that. Okay, so any nightmares in terms of our past rivalry playoff games. And obviously the playoff game that sticks out, obviously, is the wild card game. Not the wild card game, the NFC Championship game in Seattle. You still get bad thoughts about that game?
Absolutely. Navarre Bowman tearing his ACL. Man, we had that game intact. We just couldn't capitalize. And simply forward is just Seattle did. And it is what it is. That was the team back then that every year it was like we knew that they were a rival and we didn't want to face them. And we were looking to dodge them if it was Atlanta or who else was it back then? I want to say it was like, I'm trying to think who else might have been. I know it was Atlanta was definitely one of the teams that we were trying to get around and somebody else. But anyway, I just know that it just sucks every time that we have to go up there to Seattle. That crowd noise dominating.
Yeah, and it was like in our Harbaugh era, we were just, we were coming around, we were challenging to win the Super Bowl every year, but something stupid or something bad would always happen towards the very end of the season. And she mentioned Melissa mentioned Greg Roman right here. He was part of it. I did not like his play calls in the clutch.
Right.
I wasn't a big fan of Greg Roman in general. Harbaugh was a great raw coach type of guy, and the team was definitely played at a high level. But I just thought we could have done better at the OC. And Harbaugh himself had some coaching issues where it take forever for the plays to get down to the field, and we get delay game penalties like all the time. It was so irritating, but that's what it is. I mean, we were on the come up, but right when we came on the come up, all of a sudden, like Seattle, I felt like Seattle stole our thunder with that Legion of Boom crap, the Russell Wilson, and all of this. And I think now is our time to put the foot on the gas. We're the dominant team, Seattle. We're going to start off by kicking your ass in the playoffs, and we're going to go forward in that quest for 6.
There you go. I'm agreeing with you. It needs to go back to how it was back in the 80s and the 90s, like when they were super irrelevant. Like, you guys can deal with Steve Largent and have that and that only. Everybody else after that, all that winning and dominating the way that you guys were, no, it's over with. That shit's done. So I agree with you.
And Joey says, I'll never forget Seattle fans for throwing garbage on Bowman. That was just terrible, man.
Yep, right when he tore his knee up.
And Joey says, to answer your question, ATL, Seattle, Green Bay Giants, we're on the mix back then. That's very true. Go. Aaron Rodgers with the height of his career, and I know we beat him one time too in the playoffs, which was cool. But I didn't want to face Aaron Rodgers this playoff run. I just had a feeling that you never know. We beat him 4 times in the playoffs. Maybe I'd rather it's either Geno Smith or Aaron Rodgers. Pick your poison. I think it's a no-brainer at that point in time.
Then we got to remember how the Giants beat us. Mr. Kyle Williams dropping, the fumble right there. That momentum was a mother back then. They killed us.
I was at that game. I'll never forget that.
You remember it? They had their, what was it? Their starting front 4 was the best, I think, that year. And that's how they went on that run that year. What was it? Strahan and Pierre Paul and all those guys over there. They capitalized at the right time.
Yeah.
Mario Manningham.
Oh yeah, we had Manningham for a minute, and then he didn't really do much with us. But when he played against us, he did something. So we're on a 10-game win streak right now. Yep. Obviously, we still want to continue that win streak, obviously. And we have a lot going. Brock Purdy, CMC, the acquisition of CMC is awesome. But what are your thoughts on Brock Purdy stepping in and playing quarterback?
He is literally checking off everything that we're questioning. Everything that can he take a hit? First hit, what was it? Washington? No, Tampa Bay. Square in the mouth. He gets hit. Boom. Shook that off. We go down. We score. That's first. Can he go against a good defense? He went up against Tampa Bay at the time. They were a good defense, and then he turned around and did it against Washington. They were a good defense. Shut our mouths as far as that. What happens if we have to come back? He shut that up. What was that? The Raiders. Everything that we're questioning about him, his poise, all that, he's checking everything off the box. Like right at this moment, he's doing everything that we asked Garoppolo to do that he couldn't do. That's just being honest. And that's the part that's frustrating because we're not asking a whole lot from him right now. We just ask that you just execute these plays, and we should be comfortable and fine. And now look at us. We're averaging more points. Offense is moving. We're not nervous about our offense anymore. It's not just we're a run, hungry type of offense now. You have to look for both now. We can throw as well as run. So pick your poison against us now. And that's the part that I'm actually feeling comfortable with, because that's another part with Brock. I'm comfortable. He doesn't put any fear in me or any nervousness. Maybe the Raider game, that might have been the most nervousness we felt, but since then, games haven't been close. So, and look at how or even with the defense, as bad as they played, they got some help finally from the offense. So, hey, let's just keep riding this wave right now.
Okay, sounds good. So our first caller is waiting. There's gonna be somebody else coming up soon after. First, we'll take Kenny up in the Pacific Northwest. What's up, Kenny? How you doing?
Kenny, what up, man?
How you guys doing, man? How you doing, Rod?
Good, man. How you doing, man?
What's on your mind?
Good. I'm just chilling, man. I'm probably not gonna sleep tonight, but it's all right. Looking forward to tomorrow.
2 of us.
Yeah, big game, man. Like you guys said earlier, you lose, you go home. So it's a must win. I don't think we're gonna have a problem though. I mean, obviously, you know me. I think our defense is top notch this year, and I think we're gonna steamroll a bunch of teams, and everyone's gonna it's gonna be unexpected to the NFL. But I think our team's on a hot streak, and I think our offense has become equally just as dangerous as our defense, and people have to recognize that, man. Our offense has a bunch of weapons, and so they have to worry about not only the defense but the offense now. And tomorrow's going to be a little weird. It's going to be rainy, and the weather's going to play a big factor. I don't know what the wind's going to be like, but I'm sure the teams are not going to be throwing the ball a whole lot, and I think they don't want to be kicking field goals. So.
Yeah, I don't want to see us kick field goals. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Remember how you were saying earlier in the year, Kenny, when when Jimmy was playing, like, you're like, man, this is why our kickers are always famous, because it's like we get to the red zone, get to the 5-yard line, 10-yard line, whatever, and you think we'd score a touchdown, and boom, Robbie Gould comes out.
That's because Jimmy G couldn't handle the red zone, man. He couldn't do it. Brock Purdy's perfectionist on it, dude. Like, he's showing us exactly what we've been missing. Like, dude, here's the red zone. This is how you score a touchdown. Boom.
And look at Kittle now too, man.
Hey, check it out. Speaking of Kittle, it's a dollar bill. Kittle dollar bill.
Oh, okay, there you go.
No.
I'll put $1 on tomorrow's game.
What was that?
I said I'll put that $1 on tomorrow's game.
Okay.
Right.
I know you're big. I know you're big about the running backs, and you mentioned the rain. Now, what I read in the forecast of Santa Clara says we're expecting a half inch of rain, which isn't great, but it's not going to be like that Indianapolis Colts game in Santa Clara that was a Monday night or Thursday night where we were playing and everybody was drenched, because that was like 2.5 inches of rain. But I believe I read the forecast, it said something about 10 to possibly 15 miles per hour winds. So, and there may be spots in the game where it doesn't rain at all, which will be cool. It's not going to rain the entire game, but
right.
The rain does now we're good at stopping the run, right? But what about our running game? Because I think the rain does favor the run game, don't you think?
Yeah, it's a wet ball, dude. You got to hold on to that thing. People are going to be trying to punch it out, and you're going to be running into players and hitting body parts on that ball. You need to hold on to that ball. I hope these running backs know what they're getting into, because we need them to not make mistakes tomorrow, big time.
I agree. But then we also got to look at it too. This is Geno Smith's first playoff game too, so we can't look at it as it's just one-sided as well. Hey, they got to play the same game and hold the same type of ball as well. So they're going up against this number one defense for a reason, and with you going up against this number one defense, good luck. All that checking down and everything, checking down to the to your running backs and everything. We got Greenlaw back, and side to side against our linebackers. Good luck against anybody in the league. I'm not really worried about that. And in the deep ball, these trickery plays. This is Seattle. This is what they're known for. We always know, how they do certain stuff. Watch the fake field goals. Everything has to be all about your assignment. You have to study and you have to be on point tomorrow, period, point blank. This is the opportunity to show everybody exactly what it's about. Run and execute everything on defense, and we should be smooth out of this.
I totally agree. I think Pete Carroll's going to try and pull some trick plays, just like he said, and that's Pete Carroll's thing, dude. He loves to do that, especially if he knows he can't beat us straight up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they better watch out for all that bullshit tomorrow, man. I feel you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, any last words? Because we got Melissa waiting, and some other people are going to be waiting pretty soon. So,
man, I'm just super excited. I don't think the Seattle Seahawks have a chance, to be honest. If I want to be fully honest, I think this is just let's hurry up and get this game over with and whoop these guys and get on to next week. You know what I mean? And I have full faith in this year. I have full faith in our team. I think our team's poised and ready for a Super Bowl run. And I just hope and pray that we go week by week and give Brock Purdy enough to look at, like, dude, I got all these weapons to where he doesn't have any choice but to make a play. You know what I mean? Like, just don't leave any room for mistakes at all, because there's been drop balls by receivers. You have to be there for your quarterback. If the receivers can't catch these balls, especially in the rain, if he is throwing them, they have to catch them, dude, regardless of the weather. So, anyways, faithful, stand up, bang, bang, Niner gang.
I need you to say, Kenny, before you go, I need you to yell it. Say it.
What's that?
The defense thing.
Oh. Ain't no team can beat this defense, dude. But we got the
number
one defense, baby.
There you go. That's what I want to hear. All right, man. We'll see you. Take care, man.
Yep. Let's go, baby.
Thank you for coming on, Kenny. We got Melissa all the way from New Jersey, and there's other callers patiently waiting. I see all you guys. I can get everybody on. Don't trip, man. Melissa from New Jersey, how you doing?
I'm great. How are you, fellas?
Doing good. What's on your mind?
I was watching the Buffalo Bills game on Sunday because we're forced to watch that kind of crap over here in Jersey, and I don't mean anything disrespectful to them. It's just who they were facing, which is the Patriots.
You can watch Falcon games.
Well, the games that we had on at that time were the Jets, which I was definitely not watching the Jets. Or the Bills and the Patriots. So it wasn't much of a choice. Anyway, they kept talking about 3 because that's DeMar Hamlin's number. And
right.
it just made me think about 3s, right? So, it was 2013 when we got screwed over by the Navarro Bowman rule, right?
Okay.
And everyone's so obsessed with the number 3 and how you can't win 3 times in a year. And I'm just thinking, we've only had 3 wins so far against Pete Carroll and after Russell Wilson. So wouldn't it just be funny, though, that it'd be wild card weekend when we break the 3 tradition and we get that 4th win?
I'm glad you went positive on this because I was so like, I hope this isn't going negative. I'm glad that you flipped this because I was going to be like, wait a minute, how can I maneuver this one? But no, I agree with you. Yeah, this is the opportunity to switch all that around. Absolutely.
And historically, the sweeping team is the one that usually wins. It's 21 times it's happened in the NFL where the sweeping team, or they play each other 3 times, right? And the sweeping teams usually are 14-7. So only 7 times the team has lost out of 21 matchups. So the odds are in our favor, contrary to popular belief.
And I also think it's funny though that Dre Greenlaw has had 2 outstanding, memorable, forever ingrained in your memory plays in his rookie year, both on Jacob Hollister. And I feel like that 3 thing is going to come back again, and we're going to have another huge momentous moment, especially now that he's extended and, he's kind of proving all the faithful wrong that kind of gave up on him and wanted him traded away. And we're calling him a bust or trash or he's too injury prone. And he's just, the thing I love most about him is that he's always had that that fight and fire in him. Like I've never seen in probably any other player. Like he was never afraid of Seattle. He was never afraid of Russell Wilson or Pete Carroll or the Rams or the Cardinals. Like this is just like something I've always admired from him since his rookie year in 2019. And I'm just like dying to see him get that big play, you know, to like seal it once again. Would I love it to be Deommodore Lenoir, especially since he got robbed of a pick six on Thursday Night Football? Of course, but so I just wanted to come on and say hi, and it's awesome to talk with you guys again. This has been a while.
Thank you. We got some people waiting. Great to have you on, Melissa. I've had you on as a guest before, and obviously we'll see you back again in the future.
Oh, Rod, by the way, this frame back here has 2 signed cards that I want on Mariah's show.
Okay.
One is Demo and one is Charlie Warner.
Okay, now I see you. Do your thing. That's what I'm talking about.
And the cool thing is, though, if you actually get the number correctly on Mariah's show, she gives away a signed card plus the actual giveaway on top of it. So just hit up 49 faithfully.
Mariah's in the chat right now. Where's she at? I see her. I saw her somewhere. I'll flash her name on the screen. Thanks for coming on, Melissa. We got 49 Tone waiting in the wings.
Appreciate you.
Take care.
Melissa.
Go Niners. I got a buddy of mine, longtime good friend, almost like a brother to me. I love his dad as well. His dad's awesome. From the days of Candlestick, I know this guy. 49 Tone, how you doing, man? Great to have you on the eve of the 49er playoff game versus Seattle Seahawks. What's on your mind on 49er Minded?
What's going on, man? I had to call. I'm on lunch right now, so got my work gear on. Just seeing you were going live, so I just wanted to check in with you, man.
Hey, anything you want to talk about in regards to this game, man? Just spit it out, man. You're on your lunch break. You're short on time, so let's hear it, man. I know you got that Niner passion more so than anybody I know.
Oh man, of course. But I'm I work overnight, so I'm hopefully get off in a couple of hours. Try to get home. Got a long commute home. Get some sleep, and then man, we gonna head to Levi's about 7:30, 8 in the morning. So we're gonna be there bright and early, man. Taking wifey and taking Pops. This Pops' first game since 2018, so he hasn't been in Levi's for a while. And as a season ticket holder, I haven't been able to use my tickets this year since my new job. So I've been just selling them or giving them away to family. So this is my first game of the year, and yeah, I'm excited, man. Can't wait to be there tomorrow.
Hey, you picked a good game to go to on top of that.
Man, you're going to have fun, man.
Man, that's what's up. Hey, question. What's your keys to the game?
Do what we do. Run the ball, be physical, make sure we don't shoot ourselves in the foot. I'm very nervous about this game, but it's not because it's not because we're playing a scary team. Pete Carroll's I would say, a Hall of Fame coach, future Hall of Famer. Totally rebuilt his team, and just like that, got his team to the playoffs. He gives us nightmares, during his tenure in Seattle, but we obviously are the better team. The weather may be a little factor in the second half, but if we don't shoot ourselves in the foot, we don't give Seattle any type of chances, any type of hope. We should be able to take care of business. But I am a little nervous because it is playoff football. Anything can happen. And this weather, man, it might be a factor. We just got to keep running the ball, play physical, beat them on the line, offensive line, defensive line. Got to control the line of scrimmage, and just no turnovers.
I feel you.
Yes, sir. Let me say what's up to some people in the chat really quick, though. We got Nick from Nothing But Niners, really good friend of mine. I finally got to meet you before the last time we played Seattle at Levi's. So great to have you in the chat. If you guys want to call in, here's the StreamYard call-in link. I'm putting it up there.
Salute to everybody in the chat.
Yeah, man. Appreciate all you guys here, man. Really glad to have you on, Tone, man. And what are you thinking? What are you thinking about this CMC acquisition? You were on my chat live when I was doing the show on here. You were the first to drop that Christian McCaffrey news. I want to hear what you think about him being on this team. Does he have, what kind of legacy is he going to carry with the Niners, and how you feel about that acquisition?
It was I totally loved it. One thing I didn't understand was all the negativity surrounding the Christian McCaffrey rumors beforehand, and then when the trade happened, everybody's bitching and complaining about draft picks and this and that. Look, I'm trying to win the Super Bowl right now. I don't care about none of that. Draft picks may not happen, turn out the way we wanted it to turn out, and sometimes you hit on them. It's a crapshoot. You got a bona fide superstar that can change and elevate your offense, which we have seen. I didn't understand the negativity. I was totally excited, very happy. Fits the Shanahan scheme, just like Roger Craig with Bill Walsh, and Ricky Waters and all that. We've been missing that. As great as Frank Gore is, my favorite all-time 49, and he was good, but he wasn't the threat passing, in pass catching, he wasn't that threat. Now you got a guy who can do that and run in between the tackles, just elevated the entire offense. So, I mean, this right here could have been the acquisition to get us that 6 Lombardi.
And then it's even more beautiful because you got Eli backing him up.
Oh, we just got Eli. Man. He looks better than ever, man. He looks like he hasn't been hurt at all.
I've been saying that since the whole time. Everybody talks about the 49ers offense and running the ball all year long, right? But we haven't even had our number one running back all year.
Absolutely.
That was
yes, sir.
We haven't had our guy all year. So for him to be back, I know people are saying he's injury prone, but look, I look at it like this: glass half full, right?
Yes,
he has
sir.
Fresh legs right now.
There you go.
He has fresh
at
legs.
The proper time, huh?
Exactly. We are peaking at the right time. I feel like I said, I'm nervous because of playoff football, but this right here is the 49ers should make a statement. Okay, I know these are younger players and they weren't here 10 years ago under Harbaugh, but for the fans, this is something that I want. That all them losses against Seattle, that heartbreak, that NFC Championship game 10 years ago. I actually rewatched that game, by the way, 2 days ago because I wanted to feel this. I hate Seattle. Let's get this win.
There you go.
Let's get it.
That's what I'm talking about.
How much longer can you be on, Tone? Because I don't have a queue just yet, but I do want to throw this out there.
I got a couple minutes, bro.
Okay, there was one other guy waiting. Joey had some connection issues. Joey, if you're watching, try to come on again. I'll put you on right away. Because right now there's no queue. But if you guys do want, there's no queue right now. If you guys want to call and throw out the link, that's it. And my boy Shabs is here. I don't holler at one more person in the chat. Some new guy. He had a funny screen name. We got Wise Solos here. How you doing? Welcome to the channel. If you're a new subscriber, I don't recognize you. But I do see you there. And there's somebody Popeye. Somebody have the name Popeye had a really funny comment, and I couldn't overlook this comment. He said he's got the character Popeye from Blood Out. I believe he said, "Bashar, I'm a new subscriber. You look like Miklo from Blood In and Blood Out." That's a compliment, I guess. I guess he's a Niner fan, but if he's trolling, I don't know what he's doing, but it's funny. It made me laugh. I think it's a funny screen name. What up, Nick? Nick for Nothing But Niners, good friend of mine. Says CMC is definitely the number one running back on this team. Elijah and him are totally different players. Having him back will boost his offense more because of the fresh legs and his beast mode as well. I love it, man. I love all this. And we got Jordan Mason in the mix. I think Coleman's going to play. I don't know if TDP is going to play, but it looks like Coleman's going to play.
Now we know with Coleman moving up, that's got to be for that, play off that veteran presence.
Yeah,
that exactly. TDP hasn't been there. He doesn't know. We don't want him to get a little shaken up, limelight, big lights and everything. I know, granted, you went to LSU, but this is a different beast it's a different animal. You in the league now. This is what you get paid to do. You see, you're not number one now. In due time.
Mm-hmm. And Coleman had that really nice game against the Minnesota Vikings, man.
There you go.
Where they gave him the majority of the carries, and he went off.
Yep.
Yeah, we shouldn't see Coleman though.
we should not.
I know. Insurance policy, whatever you want to say, but
right.
I know there were saying that you make more money if you're activated on the roster than being on the practice squad. So maybe Shanny is doing his veteran a solid.
An incentive bonus perhaps or something.
Exactly. But if Coleman has any important touches, something's wrong tomorrow.
Absolutely. Totally agree. Then also we got to look at Banks too on that line. We got to make sure his knee is actually that's an MCL. Like people don't understand that MCL, that's something you got to watch for too. And then we playing on slippery grass too. So got to be careful about these injuries right now.
No, absolutely, I agree. Especially, Levi's is not Candlestick, right? So
Right.
the field's going to be better tomorrow. They got it covered. The drainage is a lot better than Candlestick, but like you said, though, it's going to be slippery. You're going to have to figure out what cleats you're going to wear.
Yep.
And also with Banks, like you said, with the MCL, I just hope he's not trying to tough it out. I hope he is
There you
somewhat
go.
healthy and not just trying to tough it out because of the playoffs.
Yeah, the way I saw him, where I was reading it when they cleared Banks, they made it sound like, oh wow, he's good to go and he's fully healthy. But you never know, man. I don't want them to rush him either. I feel you on that one.
Yeah, that knee is tricky. That's a lot of weight on that knee, man. That's not something you play with.
And just a question to y'all. I mean, after last season, can you imagine putting yourself last season? Can you imagine that we're talking about how important Aaron Banks is right now?
Exactly.
I mean, what a turnaround! What a turnaround!
Huge turnaround. I didn't think he was going to be as good as he is now, but I was telling people that we're calling him a bust or said he sucked. I said, hold out. Let's see what this guy's made of before you make those judgments. So, he's proven a lot of people wrong.
And I always feel that way about anybody like that. I always give these rookies, give them 3 years. And then let's see where he's going. Like the first year, 4 starts. And I'm like, hold on, how y'all calling somebody something in all? Come on, man. Not even a year. Like, hold up.
Yeah. No,
Banks didn't even get on the field. And now look at him. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why I was saying that, I was in the wrong. That's why I work a night job. Right.
Hey, I don't want to play
I was wrong about that. Just because you spent the high draft pick to get this guy, you wanted to try to plug him in, even if he's not a starter. I just wanted to see him be activated. For him to not even be active, and then you're hearing all the reports talking about, in training camp he's the one-on-ones he's getting bulldozed and this and that. I immediately called him a bust. So I'll take the loss on that one. Thank God I was wrong.
Yeah, hey, we all eat crow from time to time. I've done it plenty of times. I thought DeAndre Smelter was gonna be something. I didn't think it was gonna be hella good, but I just thought he'd be a contributor or something on the squad. But
hey,
let me see what's up to some people though, really quick. We got Turbo Duran. Welcome to the channel. Never seen you before. If you're a new guy in the chat, just make sure you subscribe, like the video. We have another guy here, 49er Jeff, another first timer. If you're new to the channel, so please subscribe. So I think Bosa will get 2 sacks tomorrow. And go ahead, Rob. What were you saying?
I just feel like all these people that we were questioning and everything, the thing that we all forgot more than ever, they had to go up against a number 1 defense all training camp. So imagine that iron and sharpen that iron. And we're talking about they suck this, they suck that. We did this, we did that. And it's like, do you remember like who we had? This defense here, like you had Fred Warner going at play. Brandon Ayuk and Fred Warner, they was literally about to go blows during training camp. Now look at these guys. Like this got them to this point of where we are now. And I feel like, hey, these fellas is ready to go. Like it's nothing that's about to phase these dudes. They've, like you said, we faced the number 1 defense every day. Now look at us.
And now our offense is scoring 33.6 points per game.
Hello.
They're moving up to what that defense is. Like you said, iron sharpens iron. Here's Mariah right here. We were talking about her earlier from 49 Faithful League podcast. Check out her channel. Subscribe to her channel. She's the channel with all the giveaways over in Las Vegas. And
Mariah,
Popeye,
you got me.
Niner Joe's waiting. Niner Joe, I'm going to put you on in just a second. All right. Popeye says, what do you think about the quarterback situation will be next year? We'll cover that. I don't really want to talk about that because that's next year, but we'll cover it a little bit though. I'll just throw in a little hint. Hey, Tone, we got Niner Joe waiting patiently. He has some connection issues, but great having you on, man. You're like my brother. Man. Say hi to your dad. Love you and your family, man.
Are you doing the show tomorrow?
I'm gonna do a post game show. I don't know what time, but once I figure out the time, I'll let you know what's up.
I was gonna see if you're doing a pregame, man. I'll call in from the.
This is my pregame right here, pretty much. Because this is pretty much it. Yeah, man. Hey, appreciate you though, man. Don't get in trouble at work, man. We appreciate you calling on your break though. Hey, scream something about the Niners really quick. Whatever you want. Bang, bang, Niner game, whatever.
You already know, man. 49er Tone, Niner Empire, 3rd generation 49er faith over here. Bang, bang, Niner game. Candlestick alumni. Now at Levi's. Let's go.
Thank you, man. Great having you on, man.
That's what I'm talking about. Represent.
All right, let's go.
Salute.
Niner Joe,
Niner
Really
Joe.
good friend of mine, Joey Mahoney. See you in the chat. You're trying to get on, man. What's on your mind? I know you're hyped up about this game.
Man, I can't wait. I got my new Brock Purdy jersey today, man. I'm ready, man.
Shit, he got a Brock Purdy jersey.
I need you to represent that again. Represent that again, man.
Stand up and do something.
You gotta rep that again, man.
Hey, it don't say Purdy on the back though. It says relevant on the back. Hold on.
Look at this guy, man.
This is exclusive here, folks.
Can you see it?
Mr. Relevant.
Mr. Relevant. Okay.
That's dope. That's hard as hell right there.
It has the 49ers pants. Show me your pants that you wear. Your little like this the same pants the players wear during the games. Uniform. What? He's got the whole uniform. He's got the whole uniform on.
Hey. Oh, hey, you win, man. Hey, you win. Hey, you won. You're the man, Joe.
Hey, really quick. If Landlord 84 is watching, I don't see him in
Where's
the chat.
he at? Where's he at? I want to talk to Landlord. Where's Landlord at?
Landlord 84. I'm going to type in the chat right now. If you are watching, come on. Here is the link. Boom. Oh, hang on. Yeah, we gotta get. What's up, Billy? What else you gotta say, man? I know you're hyped up. You're fit for the occasion. Look at you. You're all dressed up.
Well, yeah, man. It's bang bang Niner gang, baby. Let's go. I can't wait, man. Tomorrow's gonna be a good game. I don't know. It might be close, but I still think that if our defense shows up, and our run game shows up, man. Brock Purdy. I feel like Brock Purdy could still throw in the rain. What a lot of people don't remember is that he went to Iowa State, and it rains a lot at Iowa State. Hello?
Yeah, you good.
We hear you. You're there. We hear you. We hear you. I know what you got going on, but hey, what up, David Sousa? I see you, bro. I didn't forget you, David Sousa from 49ers Playlist on Instagram. I see you right there. Go ahead, Joey.
Oh, sorry, my TV accidentally turned my TV on. I was like, what the hell was that? All that noise. But yeah, man. Yeah, man, I think it'll be a good game, bro. It'll be a good game. My run game should be pretty good. It'll be raining. My only concern is that it's raining, bro. I was driving around town today and it was coming down pretty good. So hopefully that doesn't affect the game. Because when it's playoffs and the rain, obviously we think of Kyle Williams, like that scares me a little bit, but man, I mean, I know we played good in the rain at times. The Green Bay Packer game, the NFC title game, I was at that game in 2019. Like it rained that game pretty good, and we handled them pretty easily. So we'll see, man. I mean, I'm stoked, man. I'm happy. I want to see what Brock Purdy does in the playoffs because everyone's talking, man, this guy's looking good. Man, boy, don't he look good? And then, okay, well, here's it's go time now, baby. What I always say is go time, baby. So it's playoff season right now, and these are where the games count, man. This is where the season really takes off, and hopefully he's got it, man. He's playoff ready, and he could do some amazing things this postseason.
Keep in mind, Niners have been practicing in the rain all week long. And I was understanding that the Seahawks been practicing indoors. I saw a clip of Purdy throwing some passes in the rain too. So I think we'll be okay. It's only half an inch of rain. It's not going to be a crazy storm like it was against the Bears or anything like that.
Yeah. Yeah, man. We just got to put pressure on Geno Smith, man. We get some pressure on Geno, I think we'll be all right. We'll put him in the dirt, and maybe we can get him to fumble a little bit or make some bad throws, and our guys can get some interceptions. But man, shout out to Hufanga. I don't know if I read it right, but did he get first team All Pro today? That's what I read.
Yes, sir. Yes, he did. Talanoa Hufanga.
Hey, man,
first team, fight on. Yes, sir.
Hey, man, that is so good, man. It's amazing to think like how many All Pros we got on our team, man. We got Debo. We got Trent, Christian McCaffrey. You could basically say he's an all-pro. Like he just does everything. He plays like an all-pro. Bosa obviously.
He's all-pro. He's all-pro. He didn't make the team.
Yeah, like it's just like the way I look at it is just like we got all these all-pros, and our team is just so stacked. And I mean, even Pete Carroll said it in his press conference. He's like, "Yeah, man, I'm happy to be in the playoffs, but damn, we got the Niners." So.
But we can't take them lightly either, man, because we don't, I think the Raiders game, even though I wanted us to lose to just get a wake-up call, but we didn't lose against the Raiders, but it's cool. I didn't want to lose against the Raiders, but I'm pretty sure the players felt like that Raider game was a loss. Stidham doing what he did against us and the defense giving up all those points. Let me say what's up to some people that just got here. Really good friend of mine. What up, Master Any Craft? How you doing? Says 42 for the 49ers, 17 for the Seahawks. Let's go. Javier Rios, what's up, bro? Good to see you here. He says, I'm a little nervous about the game. However, prediction, if we get past the game this season, it's all ours. Great. And I'm going to drop the link again for those who haven't called in yet. The call link's going to be here. And what else is going on, Joey? What else you got to say? Let me ask you this, Joey, really quick. We know Bosa's going to be Bosa. He should be Bosa. But who else do you think is going to step up in the pass rush? Since you mentioned the pass rush.
You know what? You know who I think? It might be somebody that I know we have a couple friends, Bashar, that don't give him no credit, but he shows up in the playoffs, bro. And you know who I'm talking about, man. And I really wish that some people would give him his credit. He deserves it. He really is Bosa's sidekick, man, and that's Eric Armstead, man. Eric Armstead, if you remember in the Raider game, he was the one that got in there and knocked two people on their ass and stopped Brandon Jacobs on that 4th down by the 1-yard line, man. Like, I really don't think Eric gets a lot of credit that he deserves.
Absolutely.
And I feel like he's underrated, just my opinion. Like, I feel like he does great things. And he don't get recognized for it. And, his numbers may be down a little bit and he may get hurt. And I get it. We let Buckner go and that's the guy we paid. And I get maybe some people might just be in their feelings. But, man, that guy, regardless, he's a great player and he really helps out Bosa. And if you think about it, like Bosa was doing great all season, but when Eric Armstead first came back, Bosa's numbers, if you go back and look at his numbers, like he had a couple 2-sack games, 3-sack games, like where I was like, damn, like is Eric Armstead's presence like really that felt? And I think it is, because the defense, if you think about it, they're going up against backups and Kinlaw wasn't even there. So you're looking at like a 2nd to 3rd string defensive tackle. And Eric Armstead's a guy that once had 10 sacks, so he can get to the quarterback too. And just the fact that he can bull rush you and get by his guy one-on-one, that's going to free up Bosa. And just alone that you're going to have one-on-one on Bosa and you can't double team everybody, that's a big deal, man. And that's going to be a thing where we could really get to the quarterback just by having Eric Armstead out there. And Kinlaw may be out there. We'll see how many snaps he gets. And having Kinlaw and Armstead next to Bosa and Sam Ebicom or Willis or whoever they put out there, like we have a good rotation of guys, and I really feel like our D-line is one of the best in football, man. And if we could get to that quarterback, like the Giants back in the day, they really proved that theory, man. If you could rush 4 guys and get to the quarterback, man, you could win multiple championships, man. And the D-line is where it's at, and it's all about getting to the quarterback. And I love our D-line, and I know you do too, Bash. And, man, if we get to the quarterback just with rushing 4, we'll be in good shape.
Yeah, but I don't mind seeing those Talanoa Hufanga blitzes either. Speaking of Talanoa Hufanga, Niner Sickness is here. What's up, Beto? How you doing? Check out his YouTube channel, Niner Sickness Podcast. He says, Talanoa Hufanga was the only safety drafted in the 2021 draft that made All-Pro. What an accomplishment. He was also drafted in the 5th round, 180 overall. So shout out to Talanoa Hufanga. We're definitely excited about that. John V, what's up, bro? From the Locker Room Rant YouTube channel. He's here. He's been on my channel multiple times.
What's up, John?
Has a great YouTube channel with him and his friends. And Eric Armstead has been lethal inside. I love the way Eric Armstead pushes the pocket. He may not chase quarterbacks down, but he has a great way of beating his man and stepping right into the backfield.
He does the dirty work. He does the dirty work for our team. So it's
and he can help out Bosa too, man.
Absolutely. Absolutely. He can take on those double teams. Him, like you said, but mine, and I agree with some of the people that have said it, Charles Omenihu. I think he comes in.
That was the other guy I couldn't think of. Omenihu. Yeah. I like him too. He's good.
Charles Omenihu. Yeah, man. Yeah. I think he's going to play big, in key moments. I think he's definitely going to step up.
How many? I got a question for both of you guys, Bashar. How many carries do you think McCaffrey gets and Mitchell gets? Do you think it's gonna be? I know McCaffrey's gonna get most of the workload, but I don't want to give him too much. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like if you get him 20, 25 touches, I think that's like more than enough. With Mitchell, maybe even a little bit less. If you could work in Mitchell and Mason, I'd like to see a little bit of Mason. What do you guys think on that?
I think it all depends on how we capitalize on scoring. That's what I think. As far as the drives are concerned, as long as we go on and do that, and we make everything, and we do everything the right way, everything should work out for us. We just got to make sure that we complete the drives. But I would look at it 15 to 13 carries for maybe Eli, and the rest go to CMC.
I was thinking 15 carries for CMC, but whatever works, man. Whatever works. It looks like we're finally, and thank God that Eli came back at the right time, because as successful as Jordan Mason has been with his team, Shanahan only likes giving him the ball at the end of the fourth quarter, and it's like, no, throw him in the mix to let CMC rest, let McCaffrey rest. But he does with Eli and Elijah Mitchell in the mix, he'll give him the ball early on in the game, and I love that.
Yeah.
And let me say what's up to 49er fan 26. I just subscribed to you guys. Really, really appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, you're watching, hit that subscribe button. He said, you guys are doing good in the chat. I hope it doesn't rain too hard for the Niners to beat the Seahawks. Let's go. I don't think it's going to be too bad. I think the better team is going to come out on top. Rob ZR, what's up? How you doing? It says, going to see Mason plow in the mud. And yeah, man, some people call Mason the mini Marshawn Lynch or the young Marshawn Lynch. I don't want to give him such a big name altogether, but
he's Jordan Mason right now. He's ball.
Right now, he's Jordan Mason, and I want him to make his own name for himself. He's looking pretty good.
Absolutely.
I got a question. Who should we be more concerned about, DK Metcalf or Tyler Lockett?
Metcalf. Tyler Lockett has a messed up or broke hand, so I would be worried about Metcalf. Yeah.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, he's going out there playing with a broke hand. So
I didn't know he had a broken. I didn't know he had a broken hand, but I am very confident in Mooney. And the last time they faced each other, you have to remember he only gave up I think it was 30-something yards or 40-something yards. He only gave up, and I think it was only 3 or 4 catches. It wasn't much. DK Metcalf, for most part in Seattle, got shut down. He was basically a non-factor. Well, he got taken out of the game by Mooney Ward. So just seeing that and knowing that, I have a lot of confidence in that. I didn't know that Lockett broke his hand, and if that's the case, that's
he's still going to play.
He's still going to play, but that's still an advantage if you have a guy with a broken hand. That means any passes that thrown at him, his hands are probably going to be really sore. It's probably going to hurt. So those balls that he would normally catch, maybe he drops 1 or 2, on a big down, or maybe it's in the end zone. And if our guy hits his hand or something, maybe he drops it or so. You know what I mean? So that's a big thing, especially if you're catching a football. You know what I mean? With people coming at you.
Yeah.
So
he hurt his hand when he played us. So I don't know how much it's healed since then. For the Week 15 game. So we'll see, man.
You have any other questions, Bashar?
Oh, I'm good, man. I mean, I want you to you gotta say something to pump up the crowd and pump up the Niner Empire out there. You guys just gotta.
Can't right now, man. I'm in my room, man. I can't scream and yell, but it's
you gotta show those pants again, man. You gotta show the whole outfit. You gotta show the outfit, man.
He's ready to play, man. He's dressed up as Brock Purdy, man. Look at this guy.
Yeah,
Mr. Relevant.
That's Mr. Relevant right there.
Right, hold on. Let's see if I could put the camera a little back.
We need Purdy to put up the dirty 30 on the scoreboard. We've been averaging 33.6 per game. We need the dirty Purdy 30 on the scoreboard.
There you go. There you go. My man is suited up, man.
You got the Hufanga jersey?
I have the Hufanga right here, man. Right here. Got it right
cool. There you go.
Then my boy, of course, Danny Gray,
When he was 86 during the preseason, y'all.
He was
a
86.
real fan right there.
I would like to see Danny Gray get a little bit of playing time, but it is what it is. He's a rookie, and Shanahan don't normally play rookies. So
I might run him in the mix, to set him out, catch him off guard. With all that crazy speed that Danny Gray has, you never know. He might use him as a secret weapon. So we'll see. Nate Doggs, what's up, Nate Doggs? He says Elijah isn't as flexible in the wet field. Mason and CMC are built more for the wet field. We'll see. We'll see how that works out. Niner Sickness says last week Pete Carroll used DK Metcalf in the slot. Charvarius Ward doesn't like to be a slot corner. Can Jimmy handle him? I don't know. Jimmy could, but when we played them last time, Charvarius Ward was mirroring DK. He was following DK everywhere he went across the field.
Yep, and that's what I was saying. Like, if you remember in that game, like he didn't even give up a catch till like almost the end of the second quarter, bro. Like he shut him down, bro. Like I remember, I was like, because I remember, Seahawk Eddie, me and Seahawk Eddie talk all the time, and he was like, kind of like, oh, watch DK right here. He's going to go off. And he didn't do it. And I was like, oh, man, I don't know, man. I don't know. So, man, DK he's a one-trick pony, bro. He is. He's got one route, and that's go deep. And he's not Brandon Ayuk. He's not Debo. He don't break away from coverage. He's just, if you get a good cover guy that's gonna stick to you, you probably are not gonna get past him, and it is what it is. But Bashar, I gotta say this, man. I need Lenore to step up, bro.
I'm not too worried about Lenore. I mean, he played good against Lockett last time. He played a really good game against Lockett last time. So.
I need Lenore to have a good game, bro. And we'll see.
And maybe he gets his pick six. Maybe he gets his redemption because they took away his pick six last time in Seattle.
Yeah. What do you think of that, bro?
Let me shout out somebody really quick because he was trying to call in. It was 49ers fan 26. I saw you jump in. I'll put you on. Just try again. I think you lost your connection. I'm not sure what happened, but I'll put you on. Just hop right back in. I'll pop the link in the chat one more time. And if you want to call back in, go ahead. We got Aaron from 49ers First Takes. Says, Batch, what's up? I'm still up. He's all the way in New York. Really good friend of mine that I've collaborated with. Check out his YouTube channel. Yeah, 49ers fan 26. Try calling in one more time. But go ahead, Joey.
What do you think of the linebackers for the Seahawks? Do you think that we're going to be able to scheme them up where we could get some good routes in the middle of the field? I know that's kind of like our forte of play action, George Kittle over the middle, Ayuk over the middle, slants, curls, digs, plays like that. Do you think that we'll be able to exploit that tomorrow?
Absolutely.
Yeah, if we can scheme up Kittle, you mean?
Well, I'm talking more so just in the middle of the field in general. But yeah, I mean Kittle. But I'm just saying. Do you think that I was listening to Dion's podcast earlier, and they had a Seahawk fan on there, and he was like saying that their linebackers are better than people give them credit for. And every time I watch a Seahawks game, their linebackers are getting cooked. Like it's just like, and the way I'm looking at it is like, well, if you can't stop the run. And you can't stop play action, and George Kittle is getting those 5, 10, 15-yard plays in the middle of the field, and you ain't getting off the field on third down, it's going to be a long day. So.
Yeah, Jordan Brooks is injured with the ACL. Seattle's very thin at linebacker, so I think we pretty much have that. Joey, we have Niner fans 26 waiting.
Got you, brother.
So just give me some type of thing with energy really quick before you go.
Oh, man. Bang, bang, Niner gang, red and gold till I'm dead and cold.
Let's go. All right, man. Take care, man.
Appreciate you.
All right, Niner fan 26 is here. First time having you on. Where are you from, man?
California.
Oh, you're in the Bay Area, Southern California. Where at?
East side. Where I live.
East side. That could be anything, man. Like East Bay, you mean?
Side, like, have you ever heard the small town Elk Grove and stuff?
Okay, Elk Grove. Okay, I'm over in Roseville. Okay, so I definitely know where Elk Grove is. Yeah. What's on your mind, man? What's going on?
I'm just hoping the Niners are gonna win and stuff like that. And I just hope they kick their booty because I don't really like the Seahawks.
What is it about the Seahawks that you don't like?
Rudy fans jerk fans that like to say, "Oh, the Niners suck because they haven't been in the Super Bowl this long."
All right.
I agree with you, man. I agree with you.
Do you have any questions for Rod? Or
yeah.
You got a question for us? Go ahead.
Yeah, my question is, what team do you not like?
Oh, who's at the top of the list? Well, for me, growing up, it's always been the Raiders because they were the first team that I totally disliked. So, but obviously later in life, when the strong Pete Carroll teams were coming around, the Seahawks were obviously up there, and then. Early before that, the Cowboy rivalry, but yeah, in our division, obviously, it's the Seahawks and the Rams.
Absolutely.
At this time, But then when I was in high school, somebody said, "Oh, you should be a Raiders fan," and I did that for a little bit, and then went back.
Oh man, you should have never done that, man. Come on.
Never.
Let me see what's up to somebody in the chat. Fazil is here. Had him on the show recently. What's up, Fazil? Good to see you, man. See you in the chat.
Fazil, what's up,
doing your thing, man. Yeah, so I mean, who do you think is going to go off tomorrow? Who do you think is going to have a good game for the 49ers?
I think the Niners, if it doesn't rain too bad, I think it's going to be 21-10.
Oh, 21-10. But who do you see out there having a good game? Perhaps anybody in mind?
I think the Niners will, and hopefully the whoever else is playing. I don't know who else is playing in the finals right now because I haven't looked.
Oh, it's not the finals yet. We're just in the wild card, bro. It's round one, man.
Yeah. All right,
yeah.
bye.
So, all right, man. Take care, man. Great having you on, man. Buddy. All right. So I don't know if anybody else wants to call in. You got to make it quick. Otherwise, we're gonna wrap this thing up. I'm gonna drop the link one more time. Let me just holler at some people in the chats. They got a lot of interesting to say. If anything you want to add, Rob, that's on your mind, go ahead. Before we wrap this up.
It's been dope. I enjoyed the time, the opportunity, man. Everybody who's been in the chat, appreciate y'all, man. Hey, come on, repping the Bay with Gina, G, myself, Dan, Marty Marr, Wise Soul, our buddy Nate Dogg is in there. Melissa comes from time to time. We need to see more, Melissa. Come on now. It's so many of them that are in here that I see in the chat right now. Appreciate you guys going from our show to coming over here. Follow me on Twitter, Rod Cali 24/7, man. Hey, I'm on there. It's all good, man.
Cool. I got a good friend of mine hopping in. We did tons of Niner talk. He's just coming on late. He's right here. He says Joseph Casillas. He said, I made it, fam. He's here right here. I'm not sure if he's ready to get on. I'll give him the call link. Aaron, I see you. Just a second. I'll get you on. Hey, Joseph Casillas, here's the link if you're trying to get on. But Oh wow, this is a surprise. I'm surprised to get this guy calling in at these hours because he's all the way in New York, or not New York, upstate New York. That is Aaron for 49ers First Takes YouTube channel. How's it going, bro? I'm surprised you're still awake, bro.
I had to do it, man. I feel bad that I'm always going to bed so early, especially being out of work with the knee. So I figured I'd come through.
Okay. We appreciate you, man. What's going on in your mind? I know you had a show going on earlier. I caught a little bit of it, but no, you got plenty on your mind like you always do.
Yeah, it's killer. It's weird because I listened to Mike from Nothing But Niners. He was on with Ted today, and he kind of gave a different perspective about, we're so confident we're going to win and we're going to smash these dudes. But he said that the vibe coming from Seattle is a team that's relaxed with nothing to lose. And sometimes the most dangerous teams are the teams that have nothing to lose. And this is going to be a game where I think the Niners, it'll have a feeling out process early on. And I think eventually we'll, pull away and possibly, create enough separation score wise. But with the weather being what it is, I just think 49er fans need to, I can't say adjust expectations because I still think we're going to win, but this might not be as much of a domination as we think just because of the weather. And to beat a team 3 times in one season is also something that it's rarely done. So I still think the Niners win. I still think the Niners win at least by 2 touchdowns, but I think this game's going to be a lot closer, a lot early on, more than some people realize. So, and I don't know, maybe I'm going to be wrong, but that's just my thought process. So thought I'd share that.
You're just go ahead.
I totally agree with you. I totally agree. I feel the same way. Like trying to jump out and think that, to be extremely confident in everything. That's how you get humbled extremely quickly. And we're going against a proven coach. Like Pete Carroll has won with a team before. So let's not act like Kyle's won before. That's the thing that people have to also, take into consideration too. So just being as confident because we have the talent and everything, sometimes talent gets trumped too. So we just hope everybody is executing and definitely on their A game. That's the biggest thing. Just be on your A game. Do your assignment. Do your job. You do your job and do everything that you're supposed to do. We should come out victorious. Should be.
Yeah. We should. The rain doesn't worry me too much because Brock Purdy played in the rain against the Commanders. half an inch of rain. It's not like a crazy storm that we saw against the Bears in week 1, or that crazy storm that we saw at Levi's last year when we played the Colts. That where Jimmy G played against the Colts and it was just raining terribly. Right. Not going to be nothing like that, but it is a division game though, and it is a playoff game. So I totally do understand where you're coming from with that. And we all know who Pete Carroll is, you know.
Yeah, that gum chewing moron. I always say that I want an errant pass to hit him in the face on the sideline, but it's never happened yet. I don't understand why. My whole thing is, like Raj was saying, because he was on tonight with us, is they got nothing to play for, Seattle. They're expected to lose. So I'm not. I hate people to be like, man, you're not confident. I am confident. I'm just realistic. Football is a weird way of like one game can when it's just a playoff game and one team wins, one team goes home. Weird stuff happens. Yep. So I always expect. Oh, go ahead.
I mean, we do have a rookie quarterback. I mean, I know we won all these games. He is a rookie quarterback. He hasn't looked like a rookie yet, but I don't want it to happen tomorrow. But I mean, that factor does exist. I mean, we have to come to that realization that it may happen in one of these games. So,
100%.
What Popeye over here? He's been killing the chat. By the way, I've never seen this guy before. He's just been awesome. He says, don't forget to address the quarterback situation next year. 3 quarterbacks. Well, I think it's only going to be 2 quarterbacks and then some guys sitting on the practice squad. I think it's
Jimmy won't be here next year. They don't need him.
Exactly. I mean, if right now it looks like Brock Purdy and Trey Lance are definitely going to be there. They were both on rookie contracts. Now, if Brock Purdy just freaking goes nuts and wins the Super Bowl for us and just goes nuts in that Super Bowl, it's going to be extremely hard for Trey to get that starting position. But I still think we keep both quarterbacks regardless of what happens in this playoff run.
Indeed.
$34 million is a lot to give up on somebody right off the rip.
Yeah. All right, guys. I'll see you guys later.
All right.
Appreciate
Take care, man. Great to have you.
Yeah, no doubt, man. I'm sorry that I'm not able to make your late streams, but I'm out of work with the knee, so figured I'd come in.
All right, man. Hey, really appreciate it. Beto from Niners Sickness said he's going to come on in a few minutes. So after he comes on, we'll call this a night. And yes, Joseph Casillas says he's digging the hat. I have a shirt that matches this with the saloon font. Actually, if you look up on Twitter or wherever online, the red zones, the red zones, the end zones are painted red. Yeah. So they might as well be the red zones. They're painted red and they have the saloon font going. So Beto's going to be on here pretty soon. Just let me see what's going on in the chat really quick. Kenny says we have an all-star team. Oh, okay. And here he is. Without further ado, Niners Sickness in the beauty of his luxurious home that he has, his living room with the grand piano sitting there in the back.
What's up?
I just want to say hello to everyone in the chat. What's up?
I love you got that new little voice box, that Rodecaster with all those effects, man. It's pretty cool, man.
We own the souls of the Rams.
Hey, don't get me started because I'm about to be like this. Let's go, baby! It's go time. Let's get the fuck out of Seattle Seahawks Niner game.
That's what I'm talking about. F the Rams, F the Cardinals, and screw everyone other than them 49ers, baby. Everyone out there.
This is wild as fuck.
Ron Callie's losing it.
I love this right now.
Make some love for the chat. Justice Casillas says, "Big Beto, my brother. How you doing, fam?"
What's up?
Hey, man, I really appreciate you. You're going to be our last caller for the night, unless somebody miraculously pops in. Tell us what's on your mind, man. Everybody, if you don't know who Niners Sickness is, subscribe to Niners Sickness Podcast. He has a great YouTube channel. He's the OG of the Niner Empire YouTube community. What's up, man?
What's up, brother? Just wanted to hop on, man. Show you some love to your channel. I'm excited for tomorrow, man. I'm excited to see this team spank the Seahawks. Everybody thinks it's going to be close. A lot of people think it's going to be close because of the weather. But in 8 quarters, the Seahawks only able to muster 13 points against our defense. And one of those touchdowns in Seattle was given kind of in garbage time. So I'm not really afraid of this. Geno Smith is going to be running for his life. He's not going to have enough time to try to get the ball. But people worried about DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett, great receivers. of their own. But if you can't get the ball to them, if he doesn't have enough time to be able to look down the field, especially teams like Seattle that likes to go deep, if the weather's a factor, they're going to try.
Yeah.
All they can do is run. And who has the number one run defense? We do. So we'll be able to stop their run. Now, the question is, can their defense stop our run? And I don't think they can do that.
I agree. Now we got the plus on our side. Now we can actually pass now. That's the plus. That's the factor I think that everybody's going to miss out. And we are finally getting to open up the entire playbook now. We get to finally see Kyle really getting that bag that we always keep hearing about, because now we actually have a person who can actually execute a pass and execute a run and you know, extend plays longer than, you know, they have been, and not get shook or get scared. And, you know, when somebody's chasing him down his neck or down his throat, now he can execute and get out of there. This is a different feeling, and we haven't felt this in a long time. So
yeah,
y'all should jump on board with
Purdy
this.
and Kyle Shanahan are definitely in the same mind. They're in the same page. Kyle trusts Brock completely. When in 2019 against the Minnesota Vikings, when Jimmy G threw an interception to Kendrick, their linebacker, what happened? The Niners stopped throwing the ball. They just start running.
Yep.
In Brock's case, he almost threw an interception to Diggs. Diggs dropped it. And what did they do? They went straight to the air again. That just shows that Kyle has confidence in this young man, the confidence that he did not have with Jimmy. And that's the difference between Jimmy and this kid's poised. This kid's smart. He's making decisions as a veteran. I mean, Jimmy as a veteran makes rookie mistakes.
Yes,
this
sir.
Rookie is making vet decisions. I mean, even when he throws the ball away, he does it. He's smart. He anticipates his receivers. The ball's in the air before the player even makes his cut. And this kid's just very bright, very smart, and I think he's going to have 2 touchdowns tomorrow. And I wouldn't be surprised if he wins it with the ball in his hands. I think this kid is special. I think this year is going to be a Cinderella year, where they always say that a rookie has never won a Super Bowl, right? But that always happens until something breaks that rule.
There you go.
And so this is going to be the year where the Niners are going to break that. So they'll be the first ever Mr. Relevant to win a Super Bowl.
Hey, the NFL loves storylines, don't they?
Exactly.
Yes, was it Andy Reid never won a Super Bowl, and whoa, then now it's this year to win a Super Bowl. You know, there's always some type of narrative. And hey, a rookie quarterback's never won a Super Bowl. First time for everything. What's up, Tanya? Say I'll see you.
Tanya,
how you doing? What's good, faithful? We got Riddy. Where's Riddy at? Long time I haven't seen you, but Riddy Musich says McCaffrey, Elijah Mitchell will put us up over the top throughout the playoffs. Definitely, I think that's going to help us a whole lot. I mean, with Purdy, man, it's just like, yeah, sure. It's all these intangibles. You know, he doesn't have the world's strongest arm. He can't. You're not going to see him make not going to see him make 70-yard touchdowns or anything like that. But all these intangibles he has, all these nuances, like, are stuff you see from a veteran. Yeah. And you know, it's really nice to see. It's, you know, there was something I was going to add to that you added sickness, and I can't remember now because we were talking. But it's all good.
If you recall, as you recall, I'm going to say this. One thing I like about Purdy is he senses the pressure. He has that clock in his head. He knows when to get rid of the ball. He doesn't sit there like a lame duck like Jimmy does. This guy understands that he needs to move and allow the receivers to buy enough time to get away from the defender. Yes, he's done it to Kittle. And Kittle has been really no factor with Jimmy. And since Brock took over, he has 7 touchdowns. He's come alive again. Listen, guys, this is the healthiest that the 49ers have ever been going into the playoffs under Kyle Shanahan. The healthiest. Yes, we don't have Emmanuel Mosley, but other than him, we are the healthiest we've been. We're going in there with Elijah Mitchell, CMC, Debo, Ayuk, 1,000 catch Ayuk, Kittle, 7 TDs. This guy's getting 2 TDs last time against Seattle. And then our offensive line, who doesn't get enough credit, in my opinion, is playing phenomenal. Going from Mike McClinchy, believe it or not, has been playing decent. And then you have Burford mixing it up with Daniel Brunskill. You got Brundle in the middle. And then you got Aaron
Banks
Banks
is coming back.
He'll be back tomorrow. Yeah. And then you have the silverback, and Trent Williams said this offense will keep our quarterback upright. So I'm very confident. I can't wait for tomorrow, man.
I remember what I was going to say. You mentioned Purdy, and when we played them in Week 15, Purdy had that oblique injury. I'm not sure how much it actually bothered him during the game, but
and it was a short week. Remember?
Yeah, it was a short week. He was coming off that injury, and we know that Diggs dropped that interception, but maybe his oblique injury came into play. And a lot of people thought that game was really. Okay, he said it did. Okay,
yeah,
a lot of people thought that game, it was 21-13. All right, we won, but the score itself looks close, but the game itself wasn't as close as people would assume. I mean, we had a pick six taken away from us. Jordan Mason runs the ball all the way down to the 2-yard line, and we take knees. I mean, it's like I think that we should, definitely come out on top tomorrow. I'd be shocked if we have some type of stinker, some type of upset. I really do.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I doubt it either. I think Purdy's gonna come in ready to play. This team is not overlooking Seattle. They're not looking ahead of Seattle. They know that they have to win one game at a time, and they're gonna look at it that way. And I see the Niners easily beating Seattle. It may get a little bit harder as we go on, but I just can't see Seattle. If you look at just roster to roster, player by player, the Niners are just a way better team now. Geno Smith threw 30 touchdowns, but you got to look at the defenses that he played against. When he played us twice, what was his record against us? Not very well. I mean, 13 points in 8 quarters. You know what I mean? That's not a lot. Real quick, let me just by Melissa's request.
Okay, go ahead.
Melissa, the Niners will kick the shit out of the Seahawks. Send their asses right back to Washington where they belong.
I need you to say that 49er minded. It's 49er minded. That my theme song.
Everyone, welcome to 49er minded with your boy Bashar.
I like that. Hey, that's gonna scare the Seahawks, and the 12-man Seahawks fans in their pants is gonna definitely have them worried about this game coming up. Absolutely. We're gonna wrap this up in a couple of minutes. If you have anything that you want to get off your chest, go ahead. We've been on here for almost an hour and a half, but it's been a lot of fun. A lot of amazing people in the chat. It took a while for people to come on, but now it's like a full house in the chat. A lot of newcomers and a lot of people, a lot of good friends of mine in the chat. Appreciate you guys and great callers today. Great guest, Rod Cali 247. First time having him on. He comes on the Gina Reppin' the Bay podcast. So check him out. And anything on that you want to close it out with? Niner Sickness? Any last thing you want to say? Or
no, just thank you for having me on, man. I jumped on late, but thank you for having me on. Rod, nice to meet you, man.
Good to meet you, boss.
And let's go. Let's just go tomorrow and take care of business. Hey, one game at a time. Just handle your own business. Don't commit turnovers. Don't commit mistakes. No penalties. Play 49er football. And we should be celebrating by the end of the game. If you don't mind me sharing this, but I'm going to be doing play-by-play reaction on my channel tomorrow. So if you guys want to hang out and check out my channel, I'll be on there talking about the game. So
that's
I didn't mean to throw that in.
Go ahead. I'll probably hop in there for a little bit while the game is going. But yeah, take care, man. Great to have you on the 96.
All right, brother.
Take care. Oh, say it again, dude.
No, I was just saying bye.
Okay,
good to meet you, boss.
I didn't mean to cut you off, man. All right. I think I cut him off again. My bad. I feel bad. Yeah. Hey, man, it's been awesome, man. It's a show that I advertised the last minute. I hit this guy up at the last minute. I had no idea you were on the East Coast, man. I didn't even. You could have been asleep for all I know by the time I hit you up, man. But
it's all good, man.
Yeah, let me read a couple of chats before we could close this out. Joseph Casillas says, shout out to Big Rob, Beto, that was Niner Sickness, and Bash, you're my brother. I love your stream. Fam, I won't be a stranger. Okay. Now, Nate Doggs has been great in the chat. All you guys been awesome, man. Any final words, Rob, before we close this out?
And I appreciate the opportunity, man. Thank you to each and everybody that's out there tonight. Appreciate the ones that are on the East Coast for staying up. Hey, I'm over here too with you guys, so I definitely know how it feels. Shout out tomorrow. I will be DJing tomorrow before the game, probably about an hour before the game. So, kind of get everybody, in
where in Atlanta are you going to DJ? Where in Atlanta?
Well, no, I'll be streaming it. So I'll be here at my house, nice and comfortable and everything. and I'll get everybody started and everything. You know, just getting them in that game mindset. So
are you gonna have the link on your Twitter or something?
Yeah.
Okay, so follow this guy on Twitter. I put his Twitter link in the description box of the video.
Absolutely.
And, so again, thank you for all the new people that subscribe. By the way, appreciate you guys because y'all subscribe and like. 49er fan 26 says thank you for telling me about Mission never traded with the Raiders, but I am with the Niners all the way now. Faithful till I die. Go Niners. Yeah, yes, sir. That's right. Thank you guys for watching 49er Minded, where we get into the mind of 49er fans. Keep repping those 49ers and stay 49er minded. Peace. Fuck Seattle. Beat the Seahawks. Let's go.
All day.
Come on, 49ers faithful. Let's get it.
Because it's 49er mind.
We gotta do this one time for the Empire.
It's 49er mind. It's 49er mind.
We gotta get that brick by brick real quick.
49er mind.
Yeah, yo, we can't listen to them haters, man.
49er mind.
We from the Bay.
49er mind.
We them San Francisco 49ers.
49er mind.
We got that red and gold blood inside us.
49er mind.